Alright guys, hello and welcome. My name is Mrreeeee, and I've been recently playing Outriders the last 4 days and really enjoying this game. If you can get through all the DCs and internet issues, crashes, and apart from all that, a really great game. Now, this guide today, I just want to be looking at the Devastator. So I've been playing, like I said, 3 or 4 days now. It's a new launch. We're up to Expeditions 12 at the moment, and the Devastator is feeling like underpowered compared to the Pyromancer or the Technomancer. But I wanted to show you what I've done and kind of build that I've kind of leaned forward. So, looking at the classes, I originally leveled through the Warden and found myself pretty tanky, trying to build using the armor bonus, anything that Boulder Dash could give me double my armor and see if that would increase my damage. And I mean, I really wasn't hitting the damage I thought I would, but I was pretty unkillable. So if you like that kind of style and you want to level and you're dying a lot, the Warden's really good for your teammates. I spent a lot of time leveling on World 15 with friends, just running around picking them up, keeping them alive while doing considerate damage. I then played around with the bleed build. I think it has potential, but until you get the legendary items, I mean, you're not hitting the mark you want to. There are some good legendaries and mods that give you good bleed damage, but really the best here is through the Vanquisher build I've found, and these are my talents here, and it works with armor piercing and a few other mods, and I'm starting to compete with my friends who's a Pyromancer at least. Technomancer I still think's broken, but we're still seeing good damage out of it. So I wanted to show you that today. So this is my tree here. We look at assault rifles. Okay, I had assault rifles over shotgun. I could see I haven't tested out, but 15% I can get 20%. I like the range and mobility, and then it comes down to my build. So it works on firepower, and I found this moderation death change really powerful. Don't know what it is or why it scales so well, but the higher you level your weapon, mine does 101,216 damage over 3 seconds. Every 2 seconds it applies, and it just pumps on the meters. And then I luckily on the secondary of this have critical shots increase your critical damage by 50%. So I'm really working on my critical damage, and I'm working on my death chains uptime. Then coming across to my talents, because I've gone down the Vanquisher tree line, I'm looking at kinetic, so I get my damage buff when I use a kinetic spell, and I also get damage buff when I use protection. So then I looked at, okay, well, let's see what I can get here. Now, I really liked Shattered Armor because it increases another 20% onto my additional weapon damage. I've got Arms Juggler on this head, so it gives me, when I swap weapons, a bonus 10,000. I liked Mosh Pit because it gives vulnerability. Okay, reducing their armor, so you're doing more damage whenever you cast your kinetic. So you throw your kinetic mass, armor reduction, you've got increased weapon damage, you start pumping. This, unfortunately, gear I haven't found really this place, but blood, if they bleed, I get bonus damage. I then have increased my assault damage, because that's all my talents have gone into. And if I can shoot by cover, I get 23,000 when I'm shooting from cover. So what I try and do is sit close and shoot from. Then I have Plate Piercer, and this is where it gets interesting, because you increase your critical damage by 15%, the equal to your 50% of your armor piercing. So because my armor piercing is much higher, I'm now getting more critical damage based on that, and I'm also getting 50% both from my close range damage. And then finally, I've got a Killing Shot increases firepower. So I'm really basing on here my armor pierce, and then because of that, I'm getting increased damage. And what's beautiful about that is this weapon I have has 30% armor pierce, as well as my skills, which are giving me here 10% armor break, 10% and 30%. So I'm getting a huge amount of armor increase there. I'll show you now what it looks like. And so I found this build most confident. Now I have been looking at a lot of streamers right now who are doing 15s, who've had the game for a while. They're playing the blood build, so there is probably potential if you get the legendary sets, but if you're in end game like I am right now, if you're not in that end game and you don't have those 3 legendary pieces, well, you're shit out of luck. You know what I mean? Like, you're not doing the damage you want to. So if I throw out my kinetic here, they all have vulnerable. You know, if I'm critting here for 80k. 80k a burst here on my burst rifle. Like, fucking nail those headshots in that zone. These things are a bit harder, okay? Apply the vulnerable again. $40k. My damage buff again. 50k. I'm now just not. I'm tanky and I can do damage on my team, and you can see those The Death Blaze Claws Rain, look at the dots coming off from that item. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, there we go again. I reduced the armor. 35k. I'm doing a significant amount of damage when before as Devastator I felt so weak. So I recommend trying this build and hope you like it. And at the end I'll be theorycrafting and trying out the game. So I'm Mrreeeee. I Twitch stream on Twitch TV Mrreeeee, and hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks.